السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. مرحبا بكم في قناة نفس سماء. رجعت لكم مقطع جديد. خلونا نكمل مع بعض سلسلة شارلوك هومز. القضية الرابعة دحين. هم 5 قضايا اللي هو الستوري نفسها، القصة الأصلية. طبعا ما سويت ولا شيء من السايد كويست، أنا بس بركز على التختيم. الحين رجعنا تاني مرة القصر حقه.
You know, I envy you, Sherry. You can talk to other people and they won't ignore you.
And I envy you. You can ignore any person you're bored with. You don't miss out on much. Most men are dull, unlike yourself.
Well, I'm flattered.
Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it. I had a surprise for my mother. I was holding an ancient Greek vase, or rather, why, you had a shovel with you, John. I remember now, we dug up the vase from Greek ruins here on Cordona, and were eager to show my mother right away. For some reason, the door was closed. We knocked.
But nobody answered. We thought that she was busy.
So we left the vase and ran downstairs. I decided to gather some archaeological tools in order to take a closer look at the vase.
But then we heard something, didn't we?
Yes. It came from upstairs.
The vase was broken, shards scattered all over the floor, and your mother was standing at the door.
Indeed, John. I doubt it was her. Let me concentrate.
لا
Otto Richter was standing there, furious at us. Dr. Richter told us never to disturb my mother when the door is closed. He said she had broken the vase.
But we didn't believe him. I bet he smashed it. Her things are still here.
Presumably Mycroft never felt the need to sort through it all.
Or couldn't bring himself to.
No. He would have put it behind him and moved on. My brother is not one for sentimentality. It's a strange feeling to read about my father's death in the newspaper. I can't recall anything except the deep feeling of loss.
You were too young. It happened before we even met. It's so sad.
My mother loved flowers. They made her smile. I remember we would bring a new bouquet every week to make her a bit happier.
That's why we collected all the violet flowers we could find on the island. Look what I found! The White King is under attack. Sherry, can you save him and checkmate the opponent in one move? You're not obliged to be here, Sherry. We can leave any time you want. You're not obliged to be here, Sherry. We can leave.
This room always reeked with an acrid medicinal stench. And here is the reason.
ايش كان مرضها بالضبط؟ هو مرض في
Do you
عقلها.
think the doctor could have used these tools here? I hope not.
No labels. I doubt it ever had one. No labels. I doubt it ever had one. There appear to be residues of the bottle's contents at the bottom. This picture was drawn by my mother. I recognize her hand. There's a date on it, 8th of December, 1868. This seems a bit odd. I can recognize my mother's style, but it's far too sloppy. Dated 12th of February, 1869.
الفرق بينهم 6 شهور تقريبا، عشان كذا وتفاقم المرض حقه. هو قال في النوتة هناك انه الرسومات في البداية كانت مرة ممتازة، بس بعدين المرض خلاها خلاص. هذه خلاص، شايفين كيف؟
It's difficult to tell what this is meant to represent. There's no date at all. Straps on the bed. Just doesn't look right.
بوتاسيوم.
Seems this was the most frequently used medication. 1 dram dissolved in a glass of water administered daily, not to exceed 1 dose in 24 hours, not to be given to children.
وهنا زوجها مات، فالرسائل هذه يعني هو توفى عام 1841 اتوقع، مدري هو كان عمره 41 عفوا.
Oh, I would love to take a bath right now.
Not this vase, covering the windows from the inside. Looks like it was damaged by a blunt object. Oh, it brings back some memories.
خلينا نسوي هذا يا لطيف. طيب هو كان يعطيها شيء يخليها تهلوس. interesting. دافع عن الملك بالحصان، أنقذ الملك بالتراجع.
Sure, you saved the king, but that's no checkmate, Sherry. You're losing your touch.
يلا أهم شيء أنقذنا الملك، أهم شيء الملك ما يموت.
The broken plate shards were all over the floor. Mycroft had to change his suit as the one he was wearing was completely stained. Mother was troubled that morning. Something we did upset her. Dr. Richter tried to calm her down. We had to put the tray with Mother's morning tea down, but why? It's starting to ring a bell. I think it happened in the morning.
إيش هذا؟ طيب دحين نرتب. يبغانا نقرا. لا، هنا حاول الدكتور يهديها. اتوقع كده.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate. You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
هذه كذا. ايوه.
I don't believe you, liars! Get away from me! It's not true. It's not real.
What?
Everything will be okay, Sherry. I promise.
It was the morning of the 9th of April, the day my mother died. just ill. I'd have mercy.
I'm sorry. That explains why you locked the memory away.
There must be more, John. That was the morning of her death. I need to know what happened. John!
Every time you... I just don't...
هذا يبدأ يختفي كل ما يحاول.
Leave it be.
Just breathe, John. You know that I cannot leave the last stone unturned. We are so close.
I know. But can we at least leave it for another day?
Well, history tells us these memories are triggered by our investigation of other matters. I suspect it could not be forced even if I so desired.
Thank you. How are you feeling about all this? Tell me, I'm not the only one reeling.
In the end, little has changed. My mother was still unwell, just not with tuberculosis. What I do not yet understand...
ايوه هي ما هي مريضة بالسن. ما هو مرض في قلبها ولا شيء زي كذا.
This puzzle remaining, John. Let us dawdle here no longer.
Indeed. Wait. Did you hear that?
Yes. Metallic swords. What is this sailor doing here?
لا هي كانت بتاخذ أدوية هلوسة. هو ما أدري كان بيعطيها زي الشيء كذا.
Sherlock Holmes, isn't it? I was looking for you.
With whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
You could call me your new game. The rules are simple. I have something for you, but you alone must work out what that is.
And that something is my prize, I suppose.
You're a fast learner, sir.
I cannot believe that Mr. Vogel has somehow successfully called my attention to his gallery. You're here with an invitation to visit it, obviously.
My word, you are fast, Mr. Holmes. Could you explain how you came to that conclusion?
Of course. Explanations are my favourite part of any conversation. Hands without any sign of regular physical activity, in contradiction to one who would most usually wear such a uniform. The paint in your hair is pink. I don't know of any military service that paints their ships pink, unless they have launched a new fashionable fleet. A sailor with the soul of an artist? I would suggest rather a gallery employee disguised as a sailor to mislead me. How many artists on the island know where I live and of my passion for deduction? Werner Vogel is clearly at the top of the list. And you've been attempting to conceal something square-shaped within your pocket. An invitation, I suppose. An invitation to Mr. Vogel's gallery.
That was remarkable, Mr. Holmes. Mr. Vogel was right about your genius. I think he may have even underestimated you. This is your invitation. Please tell Mr. Vogel that the seed has been planted. He asked me to tell you to do so if you win this little game. Farewell.
Alright, let's go. تعاني فوغل إلى معرض الفنون. طيب ستجد المعرض في الخان عند تقاطع طريق البازار وجادة هيرميس. طيب في المدينة القديمة. طيب هذا هيرميس. هنا هيرميس مع البازار. طيب somewhere here. مصدر الوحي الخارجي. لا
Don't miss out. مرحبا. It's a good day.
مرحبا.
Don't hurry, we can bargain.
يا أخي من جد قرفتني كلمة المدينة القديمة دي. اتوقع هنا. يس.
Mr. Holmes, you came. Oh, how kind. Though now, of course, I realize it is because of my game, not the works of this play. It needn't be one or the other. Your man's disguise was easily debunked, Mr. Vogel, but I shall admit that you planted in me the seed of curiosity. Ah, terrific! I had no doubt you'd put the pieces together. Let us call it an opening gambit before the real game begins. So, this little game of yours, what's it about? An enigma to solve. A locked area in the basement with no windows found brutally vandalized. I have no clue how it was possible. And this locked area downstairs, what exactly was it? The under gallery. It's always shut, and I'm the only one with the key. Ah, so this is your private collection, not part of the gallery. Oh, no! It's an exclusive exhibition of eccentric pieces. Only a select cadre of artists, investors, and collectors are admitted. Not everyone deserves to have their eyes open. What about this intrusion? What happened? Last night, I was about to leave the gallery when I heard a noise downstairs. I went to the basement, but I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. It was admittedly a rudimentary inspection. It is not uncommon to get rats down there, so seeing nothing of note, I left and locked up the building. When I returned this morning, alas, I discovered that part of the exhibition had been torched, and there was no sign of the intruder. The mystery being, of course, that all the doors to the gallery were locked exactly as I left them. And the door to the basement is the only entrance? Correct. Tell me you're not intrigued. Well, this matter is certainly within my wheelhouse. This intrusion troubles me. Please take a look around if you're willing. The under gallery is through the door at the end. I will see what I see.
You sure you don't like art, Sherry?
ايش الفن في الموضوع؟ كله كده تدب هذا شايفه. طيب
Back home, we've got a taxidermist. He's gonna have a heart attack when he sees what I bring him.
The left step's length is shorter than the right. It indicates that the walker was lame. Old, and hasn't been used for a long time.
معناته الشخصين اللي كانوا يمشوا.
Closed with a metal bolt. Footprints. Size 9.5. A true artist never shows an unfinished piece.
Sherry, how about some company in that dreary chamber of yours?
Leave my a handprint of the thing from another world. Plus it looks fresh and its coal origin ruins the effect of the extra mundane. Sodden and mold-ridden, one presumes deliberately. The parasites of creativity, or just a reflection of the artist's recreational interests. Saturn devouring his son, of grim composition.
ايش الصور هذه؟
Unfinishing in his ferocity, yet somehow beautiful.
A Malparbot. Coal fingerprints. I think we're looking for a man with a coal moustache. Oh, sheer vandalism. Only an ignorant person could do such a thing.
طيب نرتب. يبغانا اكيد لازم نقرا. طيب نزلنا انا وجون الى القمر. طيب خلينا نبدأ من هنا. ايوه هذه كذا. لا هنا هذه، لأنه هنا ما كان في فحم ولا كان في شيء. هذا هنا مظبوط وهذا أتوقع كده مظبوط. طيب إيش باقي؟ لا
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
والله فين الغلط؟ ما نعرف صراحة فين الخطأ. انا اشوف انها هي زي كذا. Okay.
The intruder entered the basement through the coal chute. He used a magnet to open the hatch bolt. He accidentally pushed a shovel to the floor. Vogel heard the noise. At the sound of his approaching footsteps, the intruder hid inside the coffin. When Vogel entered the basement, he failed to notice anything strange and left without properly checking. The intruder waited until Vogel had left the caravanserai before burning the paintings in Wilde's room. But the vandalism was a cover for the theft. The pieces are not what I expected. What do you think my collection is about?
انحلال.
Thousands of priceless works amassed simply for the sake of it and presented without care. It's not about the art, it's about excess, yes? I don't know. But that's absurd. Of course you know, it's your gallery.
There is no one answer, no singular truth, but many filtered through the subjective mind. That forgetting, embellishing, and lying machine. Besides, what's wrong with a lie if it makes life more interesting?
What's wrong with a lie? It corrupts the ability of others to behave freely and rationally.
Men never act freely and rationally anyway. It matters not what is or isn't in the end. The only important thing is how you feel. And I simply want to feel and consume as much as I can.
Don't you? Feelings are simply one's animal ancestry trying to wrest back control of the brain. I try to avoid the distraction.
You try not to feel, even in a place like this. None of it moves you.
To be frank, I struggle to maintain even a whit of interest in art.
But Mr. Holmes, it is joy incarnate, mankind's greatest achievement.
Mankind's highest achievement above all others is objective and rational thought.
I see then why you dislike art, for it means whatever you want it to.
Or perhaps, Mr. Vogel, I was lying.
Aha.
Mr. Vogel, I have confirmed that the intruder was an average-sized, flexible, Malpal smoker with a limp. As it happens, the vandalism was a cover. The true intent was to steal a painting without your knowledge. Fact is, one of the pieces from the Wild Room is not in the wreckage.
What? That is extraordinary.
This thief was familiar with the gallery and he was sporting a limp. Do any of your clients or artists come to mind?
My. Your attention to detail is remarkable, Mr. Holmes. I should introduce you to Bosch's works. Alas, I'm afraid I cannot suggest a culprit.
The fire was a clever attempt to hide a stolen painting, even if it didn't fool me. I found the remnants of an empty frame in the pile of ashes. Canvas had been removed. Do you know which paintings in the Wild Room may have interested a thief? Were any particularly expensive?
Those pieces belong to a well-known artist named Boniface Mercurio. They're controversial, but not of a notably high value.
The intruder entered the basement through the coal chute. He used a magnet to open the latch and dislodged the shovel while doing so. That's the noise you heard yesterday. When you went downstairs to investigate, he hid in the coffin.
It seems I should have checked the space more thoroughly.
There's something more, is there not? I can see it in your eyes.
Indeed. There is another intriguing angle. I recently received an anonymous offer for one of Mercurio's works. The sum was more than fair, and indeed could have saved Mercurio from his artistic poverty. But he declined it.
Was it a performative win? Some artists lionize pain and hardship as if their work would be worse after a meal and a hot bath.
I cannot tell. But not only did he refuse the deal, he insisted on displaying the painting in the public space. I was hoping to change his mind, but artists are a special breed of stubborn.
What was depicted in the piece?
A bound woman, wrapped in robes, being penetrated by a red devil that stared at us, the viewer. The beast had numerous tails growing from his back, and a large crowd gathered around the pair, silently watching the orgiastic scene.
Okay, well, given the nature of the other works on display, it's hard to see why that one stood out. What could possibly be its value?
The evaluation of art is very subjective, Mr. Holmes. After all, art is everything. A poem, a bruise, the beads of sweat on your beloved skin. Even a masterfully solved crime.
I'm not sure I see the connection.
Regardless, the painting was one of a series called The Sabbath Night in Cordona. The works depicted sex, violence, and other controversial acts that life, for better or worse, contains.
I see.
I'm not sure that you do, but that can wait for another time.
So where can I find Boniface Mercurio?
I know he lives somewhere in Old City, but couldn't be more specific. He's a prominent figure, so finding him shouldn't be a problem.
Well, I believe I have enough to begin. Thank you, Mr. Vogel. Your galleries...
I'm delighted to have been able to please a friend. In return, I expect you to come back with good news. Or at least with a good story.
طيب نخرج خلاص، ما عاد عندنا شيء هنا. شوف الكتيب. طيب هذا لازم اكيد اقراه في الاركايف، اكيد في الاركايف. ما ادري اذا في اركايف هنا كم صحيفة كوردونا كرونكيل، اتوقع ممكن هي. كوردونا كروكيل.
Stop the presses. Who is Cordona's handsome stranger? Or Nosebaggerspun's local wife? Wait, no. Foppish foreigner hides dark past. Oh, you've made quite the impression already, Mr. Holmes. You care to tell your side of the story?
I'm quite certain I have no idea as to what you refer, and I am further certain I have no interest in indulging your gossip.
Gossip? The truth will come out, but will only be heard if told well. Scandal, daring-do, romance. These are the tools of every good journalist. Nothing travels faster or lasts longer than a great story. Young man, your tale will be...
You already knew my name and seem aware of my doings here in Cordona. I presume this newspaper is your little endeavor?
Yasmin Sertel, editor-in-chief of the Cordona Chronicle. Advocate of the free press.
Charmed, I'm sure. As an advocate of the free press, I trust you'll permit me...
Oh, so my work does have merit. Well,
So be it.
Brooding bachelor builds bridges.
I guess I owe you my gratitude.
What can I say? I've always enjoyed working with the Holmes. They whisper such interesting things.
طيب المفروض هنا ايوه. طيب ما نقول مؤخرا مشاهير المدينة القديمة. يب. بلبلة اثناء البيع لاعمال الفنان. جاء بين الاسبوع الماضي فضيحة جديدة بخصوص ما يسمى جادة هيرمس بين شارع سكارلت وشارع الزيتون. شارع الزيتون وهيرمس. هذا هيرمس مع شارع الزيتون اهو هنا. Alright.
Mr. Holmes, I have something for you. Mr. Holmes, I see what you're up to. Mysterious stranger pursues betrothed woman. I have in my possession an envelope containing details of a special assignment for you. Tell me.
Miss Sertle, I am not pursuing you, and I am not pursuing further work at the minute.
Well, it's...
I'm not wasting my time in side missions. Only the story. Finish the story and that's it. طيب برب. Let's go. من هنا. طيب نبى نلف من هنا مع الحواري، بعدين نكمل. أهلا فيك. ابعد. مرحبا. مفروض هنا شارع الزيتون مع جادة هيرميس.
Don't miss out on a good choice. A good choice indeed.
طيب اللبس.
Don't miss out on my unique clothes. Let's pick something that suits you.
ممكن هذا.
Don't miss out on the best carpets on the island.
ايوه اتوقع هذا. طيب نسوي تأجير.
Be careful with what you've taken. Let's pick something that suits you. Don't leave. Take one more look.
Come. Decorate your house in Oriental style.
Boniface, sweetie. Is that you? Ah. Old age does terrible things to one's sight. I didn't recognize you at first.
How are you, Mum? I'm ashamed to admit that I've lost my key. Do you have a spare?
For heaven's sake, how many times will you lose that key of yours? Of course I have a spare. You artists all live in your own little world.
Please, accept my thanks.
I would rather accept your rent. You promised to pay me several weeks ago and I'm still waiting.
I will pay you, I promise, very soon.
You'd better do, my dear. Or else I'll just change the lock. And I won't fall for those cow eyes.
The blood has dried.
I've heard of this style of painting. It is called expressionism.
Red skin, tails on the back, reminds me of Werner's description of the stolen painting. The photograph was not pulled out in time. Such a waste of material. Look at this, John. Isn't it our stolen demon? The wound is precise. It was inflicted by a razor or a knife. Soaked in blood. It seems as if the puddle of blood was here before the rags. Judging by post-mortem rigidity, the body lay here for 1 or 2 days. A normal kitchen knife. Could be the murder weapon. I wonder where he got that fancy camera. It appears the wine was truly awful. Despite the overall tendency towards mess, you cannot sit with the drawer pulled out like this. Someone left it after searching. Look at this, John. Isn't it our stolen demon? Aunt May whiskey, brandy bucks. Quite a collection he had here. The chest has been searched.
Aye. طيب محين هنا. طيب هذه كذا. لا مرة ما انتحر كذا. اتوقع انها كذا.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Mercurio was developing photographs
Yes.
when the intruder snuck in. Mercurio heard him coming. While the thief was searching the chest, the painter ran towards him with a bottle in his hand. He smashed it across the thief's head. The intruder had no choice but to defend himself, and the weapon of opportunity happened to be the kitchen knife. Mercurio stepped aside to grab the painting, but the wine-blinded thief attacked Mercurio's throat. When the thief came to his senses, he saw Mercurio bleeding on the floor. He grabbed the rags and tried to bandage him, but it was too late. Why did Mercurio attempt to snatch the painting in the middle of a fight? To strike the intruder? Not with his painting, it was too important to him. It's time for some chemical magic, John.
طيب ايش نبغى نحن؟ نبغى 3 احمر ونبغى 4 ازرق. نبغى -4. Interesting. خلينا نشوف هذه كيف. طيب ناخذ هذه. ايوه
That doesn't look like the painting we need, Sherry.
As expected, but that doesn't mean it won't tell us anything. Let's put it on the easel where it belongs. I guess this is his most ordinary painting. Spot the two differences, John?
Yes.
If the intruder didn't take it, the skull should be somewhere here. I guess this is his most ordinary painting. Spot the two differences, John?
اديني فرصة. لا ما شفتها.
Nothing behind it. I guess this is his most ordinary painting. Spot the two differences, John?
طيب راسل هذا
Nothing behind it. If the intruder didn't take it, the skull should be somewhere here. Monster was actually a man. Poor girl. John, you ought to be thrilled. We are now hunting the devil himself.
What were you saying, Sherry? I was too busy sketching the scene, you know, crimes and such like, daily routine. Did you find something?
A photograph. It depicts a man in a red suit with tails sprouting from his back and multiple people in masks watching the scene. It all adds up, but the act of love, it wasn't given willingly, John. It was a violation. The girl. She was with child.
Give that to me now. Did you recognize someone?
No. Although the victim is not from Cordona, she is African. Look at the ritual scars on her face.
Get that image out of your brain. You have to continue the investigation.
I must speak to the landlady. Perhaps she saw or heard something.
Sherry, you cannot tell her the truth about Mercurio. It will hurt her.
John, that's illogical. Sooner or later, she will come here and discuss.
Just avoid mentioning corpse. Alright?
I'll take that into account.
And wait here. I've redrawn the people in the photograph. Now you can proceed with your investigation without those horrific details.
طيب اتكلم معاها بس ما اقول لها.
Can you tell me if anyone else has recently entered the flat?
Oh, you're talking about that limping man. I'm sorry I let him in. I was scared. And I thought maybe he would motivate you to find money so that you would pay your rent. No offense, dear.
Can you describe it?
Oh, so you weren't at home. I was so certain you didn't leave your flat that day. He was of average height, had a limp and a tattoo on his neck, and he was smoking Malpal cigarettes. My husband used to smoke those. They have a horrible smell I can recognize from a mile away.
Can I ask a favor?
Of course, dearie.
Please call the police and ask them to enter the flat. And don't look inside until they come up.
What? What trouble have you stepped in this time?
It really doesn't matter. Thank you, Mum.
طيب دحين هذا خلاص. دقيقة ايش هذا؟ هذه مهمات. طيب اتوقع نرجع دحين هنا نفس هذا خلاص. مفروض نرجع خلاص. طيب نسوي كذا علامة. هذا سيدة اصلا بس. طب بس فين الحاجات اللي جبتها انا؟ فين الورق اللي انا جبته؟ ايوه. طيب ما فينا نرجع للخان. اتوقع I think. ممكن نكلمه.
I think I'll leave the exhibition in its current state for a while. I'll call it The Art of Vandalism.
No. طيب جسر فيكتوريا.
Beasts!
Completely livid. First they control man, then... They murder our people.
Drop her all into the sea! May I ask for your assistance? A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
Where do you think you're going? Speak with the chief.
Sir, this place is off limits to the public. Please state your business or I shall request that police escort you out.
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm a private investigator. I'm looking for a witness for the case.
A private investigator? Really? Even so, you're not authorized. I can't let you in. And you are? I'm Ronald Harper, here to handle the refugee situation on behalf of City Hall. I'm the acting supervisor, so I have full authority here to ask you to leave, or I shall order the police to detain you for trying to pass the blockade. Please, step back.
الو معلش صار سكيب، ما انتبهت انه التسجيل انقطع.
help you to handle the situation if you're truly interested in solving things quickly and quietly.
And how exactly would you manage that?
Simply tell the police that I'm with City Hall and I'm admitted to investigate the scene. I'll work out the rest, but in return I need your help finding my witness. She's a young refugee. She's with child or was with child recently.
Look, there is indeed a dead body inside the camp. So even if the girl you are looking for is there, all the refugees are now being detained and interrogated by the police. They won't allow you to speak with her. And I can't do anything about that until the situation settles down.
So it's in our mutual interest to settle it.
Oh. I suppose that things are bad enough that I ought not shy away from help. All right, Mr. Holmes. I'll tell the police to allow you to come inside. Just tell me when you're ready.
Mr. Harlow, how did the refugees end up here?
Oh. So you're not from around here yourself?
I've been away for some time. But I read the papers.
Yes. This whole story has been in the papers for almost a year now. They were smuggled to Bordeaux on a ship from Africa.
Smuggled? Then why didn't you do it?
The smugglers managed to sneak them to shore and hide them inside an abandoned warehouse. When the police raided the warehouse and
يا خلاني عنكم اسكتوا خلي واحد يعرف يسمع.
We aren't even certain as to which ship it was. We have busy shipping routes with other colonies these days, you see.
So you decided to lock them up under a bridge?
There was no other option. Which I only hope we'll find a humane solution and not put them on a raft and throw them out to sea.
I'm ready to take a look at the scene.
All right. Go inside the camp and find Inspector Tewkesbury. He's the officer investigating the scene. Tell him I sent you. Say you're an independent expert from City Hall. He'll fill in the details for you.
I'll find my way with words. Thank you, Mr. Harlow.
So they keep these refugees under a bridge like proverbial trolls. No wonder the people outside.
Who the hell are you? How did you get in here?
Mr. Ronald Harlow let me in, sir. I'm Sherlock Holmes, a surveyor of refugee affairs with City Hall. You're Inspector Tewkesbury, I presume?
A surveyor? What does that even mean?
In short, I've been sent to conduct an extensive report on the incident for the Colonial Office and to assess all the damage inflicted on state property.
Got it. Another paperworm sent to count money and get food for archive mold. Go on, look around, but don't make yourself too at home. As if I didn't have enough problems before you appeared.
Could you first tell me what happened here?
What happened? People from the bridge above the camp heard a woman screaming and saw a mass of refugees attacking a man. Clearly not a refugee. When the camp guards came by, the man was floating in the sewage canal with a knife in his chest. Bam! A murder. Big news for Cordona.
I'm sure. Thank you, Inspector. Do you have any suspects yet?
You're joking, right? I've got a whole camp full of suspects. And if you ask me, this bloke had it coming. Better bury him and forget it. And now there's a crowd gathered at the camp, and my superiors say we must thoroughly interrogate the refugees.
Do you believe that your superiors wish to get rid of the refugees?
I think that both our superiors would rather keep the story quiet. Since that's an unaffordable luxury now, they're looking how to protect their public image. That's why I have to waste my time waiting for my people.
Did you learn anything about the dead man?
The fellow looks like a thug. I've had dozens like him fished out of the sea over the past 20 years. Ever since these refugees arrived, there have been people on Cordona with bad blood in them. My best bet is that this thug had something against them too.
And no clue as to his identity?
He had some items on his body, but nothing to indicate who he was or where he was from.
I think I should catalogue his possessions in my records.
Go on. They're on the table near the body.
And none of the refugees were harmed?
One fellow was cut. He's lying over there near their kitchen. He's in a bad way.
You mentioned a woman screaming who attracted the bypassers on the bridge. Was she harmed?
No, she's all right, but perhaps the whole debacle started because of her. She started wailing and the refugees stood up for the girl.
And where is this young woman now?
Back there in the shacks, same as the rest of the refugees. She's being questioned by my men, but she's just some refugee girl. Can't understand much English.
طيب
Here we go again. Number of hours on Cordona before stumbling upon another dead body. 0.
Police boots. Always happy to trample a heavy boot with a worn-out sole. A man's footprint. Oh, carnelian agate beads, a traditional African adornment. The blood sprayed off the blade after the strike. No hint of blood or impact. It might have been used as an improvised weapon. The cut is deep, potentially serious if not treated immediately. He is in shock, feverish and dehydrated.
Sherry, you've no first aid. Surely you have a duty to help this man. You can't leave him to certain death.
Someone was dragged against their will. I'll use it to create a solution. Malpal, soaked with salt water. A simple leather sheath, perfect for a dirk. £1,000. A fair sum, especially considering British currency isn't very common in Cordona.
طيب دحين ايش محتاجين نحن؟ طيب يوجد طيب يجب أن نركز على إيجاد شيء ما وتطهيره وشيء يمكن استخدامه كضمادة. طيب عندي الموية اللي ممكن أعقم بيها.
Help me, please. A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
It won't do any good. Just wash. Better than nothing to bandage the wound. Someone bled profusely here. A fresh crack, as if the crate was hit recently.
I'm busy. Don't you have papers to fill? City Hall, lubberheads.
That will kill, not save him.
The refugees have been detained and will not leave until all the circumstances are clarified.
Nausea and stomach pain is not what he needs now.
If they find out about the passage, everything will go to hell.
Sherry, just look at this. Living quarters in a sewer. What kind of a genius bureaucrat came up with this idea?
If they find out about the passage, everything will go to hell.
I can use this to stop the infection from spreading. I've plated all the ingredients now to prepare the first aid solution. Clearly a left handprint here.
If they find out about the passage, if they find out about that.
Oh, well, I guess we'll have to try again. Remember to focus only on what's relevant to the room.
If they find out about the passage.
الثالث ايش هو؟ المال؟
If they find out about that.
تأمين المخيم. طيب لقيته.
Nobody will know anything if you keep your bloody mouth shut.
The coppers. Smell fishy here, Sheriff. Perhaps we should sniff around in the camp a little more thoroughly.
Coal dust under the nails. I don't see much. A steel dirk, sharp, a common accessory amongst sailors and soldiers. An interesting tattoo. Does it mean something? I'd say the blade penetrated upward, however the wound is too messy to be certain. Heavy boots, with one sole far more worn than the other. This man was limping, John. A violent death. This man, limping. Coal dust. I think we're onto something here, John. May I ask you something?
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
Are you able to help me?
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
This isn't working. You might need a different tack.
شكله لازم البس لبس الشرطة.
Could you help me?
Nothing I can tell you, sir, but others might know more.
Could you help me?
Nothing I can tell you, sir, but others might know more.
You obviously haven't thought this all through. Or are you just annoying these people on purpose?
A furrow in the ground. A blood trail leading to or from the canal. You know what? I'd like to understand.
What?
How did our dead man end up inside the camp in the first place? No, it's too short for these walls or cliffs. Sealed shut. I doubt our man can get through these grates. It's unlikely anyone can get in or out of the camp by water without alerting the police guards.
Such a mess. Let's figure it out.
بس figure it out لما يكون في أي شيء يساعدك، مو زي كذا.
A single malpalpant. Roadman cigarettes. A brand highly regarded by law enforcement officers. So there wasn't any sophisticated infiltration plan. The good old police just let the man into the camp. Now we have everything we need to get the full picture of what happened at the camp.
في تحديين عند جون.
Can I ask you a question? Unfortunately, my casebook is empty on this. Excuse me, just one question. Oh, I don't know about that. Ask one of the others.
Everyone's looking at us, Sherry. You should know what you're doing.
Help me, please. Unfortunately, my casebook is empty on this.
Such a mess. Let's figure it out.
Help me, please. Oh, I don't know about that. Ask one of the others.
You obviously haven't thought this all through. Or are you just annoying these people on purpose?
مع نفسكم.
Clearly a left handprint here.
لا مرة لا، كان يجرها هنا وهنا كان برضو يجرها واتوقع انضرب هنا كده. شوف كده مشكلة ما يقول لك فين الخطأ. لا لأنه في يد.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
هذه كده وهذه كده مفروض كده. يا راجل
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate. Not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
guard came to take a refugee woman with him. She resisted, but he dragged her by force. One of the refugees stood in his way, armed with a stick, yet he could do nothing against him cutthroat with a blade. The man didn't anticipate that the other refugees would intervene and stand against him. In the confusion, the woman managed to break free. The thug took fright and fled. He was stopped by the falling crates. He stumbled and fell, piercing his chest with his own blade. However, the wound didn't cause instant death. He managed to stand, but still bleeding, he lost his balance on the bridge and fell. Before all of this, the man had freely entered the camp through the main entrance. The police admitted him after they had a short smoke together.
You live by the sword, you die by the sword. In our man's case, it's the same sword.
Mr. Harlow, your refugees didn't murder anyone.
What? Pray tell me what you've learned.
All right, listen carefully. This might solve one problem for you, but will create a few more.
Oh, well, that's a great start.
The man came to the camp intending to kidnap one of your refugees, a woman. What he didn't expect was that the refugees would stand up to protect him. A brawl had broken out. In the chaos of it, the man stumbled over those crates and fell on his own blade.
How do you know he fell on his own blade?
The wound in his chest was inflicted from an unusual angle. It was not an offensive stab, shall we say. The refugees didn't touch it. And judging by the blood at the scene, the intruder managed to raise himself but was unable to walk very far. He ultimately fell into the canal.
But how did he sneak into the camp? Why didn't the police see him?
And this is where your new problems emerge, Mr. Harlow.
What do you mean?
You're not a dull-witted man. You know what I mean. There is no feasible way to get into the camp without police guards knowing it.
The pile of mess I had to sort out has just become bigger, but somehow that doesn't surprise me. Anyway, I thank you for your help, Mr. Holmes. I'll take it from here. Meanwhile, I'll make sure the police aren't detaining the refugees any longer. You can go back in and look for your...
You think one small clock can make any difference? In this place.
Who knows, John? Just one ill-fitting cog could make the whole machine crumble. Excuse me, just one question.
Sorry, we don't see much here.
May I ask for your assistance?
Sorry. We don't see much here.
You obviously haven't thought this all through. Or you're just annoying these people at the house.
You're the one who made the police.
I proved to them that your people...
What's in it for you? You need it?
Yes, I do. I need to speak with the girl drawn here.
The dead man came from her too. He wanted to take the girl away, but we won't allow her to be hurt again. What do you want from Nayla?
Nayla. She was hurt some time ago. I'm here to find the people who did this and bring them to justice. And to find them, I need Nayla's help. Will you let me speak to her?
Justice. There's no justice on this land. But I will be with you.
Hello, Nayla? My name is Sherlock. I know someone hurt you. I am here to help. I'm trying to find the people involved and bring them to justice, please. There is a photograph, and I'm sorry, it is terrible, but I simply must ask. Where did this happen? What can you tell me about these people? Christ, Sherlock. Nayla, I'm sorry. I'm not very good at this.
You come here for me, but you are rude and cruel and condescending. A cross. The man had this cross. Now go away. Leave us be. I do not need another white man's help.
Oh, glad that wasn't me. Not my best work, John. By a long shot. Nayla doesn't want...
طيب.
I'm starting to wonder what this all achieves. But she helped you anyway. Now we know that maniac's face and the cross he wore, we can still catch him.
طيب دحين نطلع من هنا. اتوقع نروح اللي هو ممكن كوردينيا. I think so. بس لا، هو مدام انه مسؤول مدام انه من الضباط وزي كده مسؤولين، فخلينا نروح السيتي هول. بريطانيا مسؤولون. ملف توماس نورتون الشخصي.
Still here? I've already told you all I've learned. I've already told you all I've learned.
The intruder has a most peculiar tattoo on his neck, 2 lines and a point. Do you know anything about it?
You really want to know, kid? Why? You want to play a policeman or something?
I'm sure you have it in your records, so it won't hurt if I have it in mine.
In my records, it's just a tattoo, as it should be in yours. Ah, to hell with you. Suit yourself as to what you're going to do. Off the record, though, such tattoos are often connected to a man named Mr. Niccolo Bernadotti.
Bernadotti, you say?
A respectable businessman in Scaladio. His company imports goods and wines, and smuggles everything that can be smuggled between. His people can be identified by an obscure tattoo. But these are all merely rumours, you see. If Mr. Bernadotte was a criminal, he'd be in prison then. Your problem, not mine. I've already told you all I've learned. Don't bother someone else with this, son. Your problem, not mine. Your problem, not mine. Your problem, not mine. Your problem, not mine. Don't bother someone else with this, son.
The guards at the sewers were speaking about taking refugees out of the camp. Do you know anything about this, Inspector?
Less than you do, obviously.
And this doesn't bother you as an officer of the law?
I can neither punish them nor put them on the right track, if that's what you're asking. To be honest, I'm sick and tired of being frowned on for my uniform.
طيب نرجع مرة تانية. أعطاني حاجة ثانية، وشم الدخيل. برضو نرجع مرة.
Sherry, wait. You might want to settle all the matters in the camp before leaving. You probably won't be coming back here anytime soon.
Honestly, I don't give a shit.
You could have done better, Sherry. That wounded fella. Possible police corruption. Did you even hear me when I said you should look into those matters?
We simply don't have time for this, John. We need
حاولت
you to
مع
proceed
الأسف.
with the case.
Police corruption، يعني زي كأنه لو حليت دول حينحل، يعني الإجرام كله ما راح ينحل. طيب طيب موجز عن شركة برندوتي محدودة. طريق البازار بالقرب من تقاطع طريق رومان. طيب طريق البازار فينس كلاديو. طريق البازار طريق البازار مع ايش؟ بالقرب من تقاطع رومان. هنا جنوب شرق سكلاديو. طريق البازار بالقرب من تقاطع مع طريق الرومان.
It seems they're not expecting guests. I won't wait for an invitation, John.
قفل.
So what's the infiltration plan, Sherry? I'd go in through the rooftop if we had a harpoon gun.
Is this familiar to you?
Oh, I'm sorry, but that's beyond my knowledge.
الناس في دي المدينة fucking use this. Use this.
These workers don't look like your average Cordona folk.
They're refugees from the camp.
That's our way in, Sherry.
Hey, yo, this is private.
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm investigating a robbery, and Mr. Bernadotte may be just the man to help me.
You're a copper.
I have nothing to do with the police.
Mr. Bernadotte isn't seeing anyone. You have 3 seconds to walk away or you'll never walk again. Capito?
It's in Mr. Bernadotte's best interest to...
1.
I did try to resolve this peacefully.
Annoying.
Take a rest, my friend.
I'm coming for you.
Don't bother moving. You've lost.
Dodge this!
The snuff's ready.
I can't miss the party.
Don't cry, you'll live. No more crime for you until next month. Take a rest, my friend.
Give him the pepper snuff.
Get ready for some pain.
Too simple.
The snuff's ready. Overcome him, don't rush.
I can't miss the party.
يلا.
Take a rest, my friend.
خلاص. والله كثيرين.
It's all yours now. Go for it.
Don't bother moving. You've lost. No more crime for you until next month.
Give him the pepper snuff.
ما يحتاج.
Take a rest, my friend.
The snuff's ready.
خلاص. اجلس.
You've disappointed me so much, Sherlock. Sherry, look. This seems familiar. Is this?
Let's see what's hidden there. Vogel's stolen painting. Isn't it curious how it developed into a much more interesting case? Masks, traditional for the Chokwe people of Central Africa. A Dogon statue from West Africa. A century old at least. VH Grindley Flow Blue Tableware. This is what lies behind the facade of Bernadotte Company Limited.
No, sir. Don't hurt me.
It's all right. I won't harm you.
But you... Don't come any closer. One step and I'll shred you to pieces.
Have you ever tried to pick up your teeth with broken fingers?
Righto. Yes. Yep. Well, excuse me, sir. I think I hear. I've got to... It's better I leave.
Wow, that was as if somebody put my words in your mouth. This is it. This is where all the magic happens.
Please don't shoot me. I have a family.
So, you've cut through all the guards just to talk to me. Then come here, and we shall talk. Whenever you're ready, I'd hate to intrude.
Niccolo Bernadotte, I presume? The name is Sherlock Holmes, and I'm afraid I bring bad tidings.
Is that so?
The man you sent to the refugee camp failed in his task. He impaled himself on his own blade. Clumsy and chaotic.
For a man who just broke onto my property, you are more businessman than brute. You have my attention, Mr. Holmes. Do not waste it.
Mr. Bernadotte, do you know the name Boniface Mercurio?
I do not.
Mercurio was a local artist. Recently, a man broke into his apartment, ransacked the place, and killed him. The thief was looking for something.
You are testing my patience, boy.
In a moment, the connection will reveal itself. As I said, your man was found dead in the refugee camp. He was there to kidnap a woman, but the other refugees intervened to try and save her. The ensuing scuffle resulted. He sported the same tattoo as your men in this building. In fact, it also bears a resemblance to the one on your neck. Care to explain what business your man had with this woman?
You have no idea what you are talking about. I can assure you this was no kidnapping. The refugees in the camp are on edge. What happened there is a tragic accident. One I am not responsible for.
For what reason was your...
Why would I answer?
I was hired privately to investigate the recent theft of a painting from an art gallery. My investigation led me to a man from your organization and thus to you, Mr. Bernadotte.
That is quite a stretch. Why would I need to steal a painting when I could buy anyone I want?
Interestingly enough, I spotted the stolen painting in your store.
I buy and sell a lot of things, Mr. Holmes. Unfortunately, if this is true, it is not the first time. I presume you were hired by the owner of the gallery. Tell them to contact me, and we'll sort out. So, this painting is why you broke into my office. So many... When you barged into my office, Mr. Holmes, I got the impression you wanted to talk business. Now tell me exactly what you want.
It was necessary groundwork for what comes next. I have enough evidence to conclude that the gallery thief, the artist's killer, and the dead man in the camp are all the same person.
Your time is almost up, Mr. Holmes.
Before you draw your gun, there is one final detail I am yet to mention. The young woman your man was tasked to collect from the refugee camp defiled at a perverse masquerade party. That violation was captured in a photograph by Boniface Mercurio and used as a reference for his painting. The photo shows the attacker's face.
Finally. That's why you're here, Mr. Holmes. You have the photograph.
It is what your man was after when he broke into Mercurio's apartment, and it is what you're after too, isn't it, Mr. Bernadotte?
You have the photograph with you. How much do you want for it?
I am not naive enough to carry it with me, but I am yet to decide what I shall do with it. I know the man in the photo is a British envoy. What interest do you have in his downfall?
I must admit, I'm rather impressed by how comprehensively you have pursued this matter. So, you deserve. My business dealings are often arduous in their bureaucracy. A man in his position, willing to look the other way, could ease my work significantly. In return, I will make sure no one looks his way either. A favor for a favor.
Also known as blackmail, the modus operandi of any true professional.
It was not originally my idea. Mercurio set things in motion, extorting the envoy for the most trivial of ends. Money. In response, the envoy hired my man to retrieve the painting, and I only learned the whole story after the artist was killed in his home.
And rather than extricate yourself, instead you took over Mercurio's venture.
It fell into my lap. As a businessman, I simply seized the opportunity. Now, how much do you want for the image?
Why did you send your man to remove the woman from the camp?
Without a photograph, her testimony was the next best thing. Securing her was in everyone's interest. Victims and witnesses, oh, I thought the girl was safer with us. I did not anticipate what would happen.
Why should I give you the photograph?
Just name your price.
What if my price were not money? You claim to have connections, Mr. Bernadotte. Perhaps you could improve conditions for the refugees. Give them a chance for a better life.
I do have connections, Mr. Holmes, but help the whole camp? You are asking too much. I could, however, make arrangements for one person. The woman who was violated will have her own home outside the camp, solely for her and her child. She will no longer be a refugee, but a princess. That I can guarantee.
Is that really possible?
It will be neither fast nor easy, but I can do it. She deserves it, don't you agree? And as for her abuser, he will serve me as much as he deserves.
So in your plan, everybody will be given their due. Especially you, Mr. Bernadotte.
Seems like a fair deal, no? I doubt anyone could offer you better. Simply give me the photograph, and the world becomes a better place. I give you my word.
What makes you think you can decide what's best for these people?
Such is the arrogance of British... imperialism. I take your point.
The front door's now open, sir. You can leave through it. If you want to.
خلاص اخر شيء تعطي الدليل عدالة بلا رحمة. طبعا بامكانك تغير لاخر لحظة، بامكانك تغير عدالة بلا رحمة. يحاول برادونتي والمبعوث الاستفادة من الموقف، لا احد منهما جدير بالثقة. الحقيقة اذا تم الكشف عنها ستحل الامور. اعطي الصورة لفوغل وسيعلن كل شيء، او انك تغير تخليها تعاون غير متوقع.
Mr. Holmes, you've returned. Have you uncovered anything new about the theft?
I've brought news, but not all of it will please you.
Fill me in, Mr. Holmes. I won't shoot the messenger.
I located the thief, but found him rather cold. He was tight-lipped about the painting too.
Ah, he's dead. How very droll, Mr. Holmes.
It was an accident at the refugee camp. He impaled himself on his own knife.
Life is nothing if not cruel and capricious.
I tracked down Boniface Mercurio.
I presume he wasn't delighted about the situation.
He was not having a good day on account of his murder. Killed in his own flat by the same person who stole his painting.
Oh, sweet Mercurio. Perishing in the pursuit of his art. How apt. I will miss it. What about the stolen painting? Have you located it?
I found the painting, but I could not retrieve it.
Well then, where is it?
In Bernadotti's office.
Bernadotti? That shady businessman? Why would he steal it from me?
I'm afraid you'll have to ask him yourself.
I take it you found something more then.
I found the source of Mercurio's artistic inspiration. Photograph. What troubled me was that the sexual act captured was non-consensual.
She was violated? Dear God, how despicable.
Her abuser was in fact the British envoy. Mercurio took a picture of him committing the atrocity and then used it as artistic inspiration.
I had no idea a mere break-in would eventually expose such barbarity.
Mr. Vogel, I want you to make everything public, including the photograph. I'm sure you have a connection at the Cordona Chronicle.
Ah, Mr. Holmes, loyal to your own truth till the end. Yes, I'm acquainted with the start of the Chronicle. The story is sensational, and will surely draw attention to the gallery. But you must be aware that exposing the scandal will further hurt the victim. Does that not bother you?
No matter what one does, the truth tends to come out, as well it should. I won't be the one to stand in its way.
Though it's only your subjective truth being exposed. Not that I'm judging. It's perfectly reasonable for everyone to have their own views.
When you called me, you knew exactly what you would get.
Oh, but I'm not like you, Mr. Holmes. I cannot be sure of anything. Regardless, I must thank you, for art's sake. Well, now that we've resolved all of our outstanding matters, I have a gift for you. I took the liberty of having it delivered to Stonewood Manor. I am told it belonged to your mother. And what exactly have you seen? Frankly, I'm not sure how to answer that. Previously, you mentioned there may have been more to my mother's passing than consumption. It appears you were right.
Oh dear. I'd hoped to be wrong.
She was unstable, mentally unwell. She required sustained specialized... Thank you, Mr. Vogel.
طيب دحين هنرجع للقصر. طيب في نهاية المقطع اتمنى تكونوا استمتعتوا. لا تنسوا دعم القناة بالاشتراك واللايك، واشوفكم ان شاء الله في المقطع القادم.